True innovation isn't about doing more about doing what never been done before. Greater than the future begins when someone dares to go from 0 to 1. True innovation isn't about doing more about doing what never been done before. Greater than the future begins when someone dares to go from 0 to 1. Welcome back to my channel. Today we explore 0 to 1, a book that teaches us the difference between copying what already exists and creating something entirely new. Peter Thiel shows that true progress isn't about doing more of the same. It's about daring to build the future from nothing. This is the leap from 0 to 1. Chapter 1. From Copying to Creating. Intro. Yo. Welcome back, fam. Today we're diving into 0 to 1, and trust me, this ain't just another business book. This is about breaking out of the copycat cycle, flipping the script, and actually building something brand new. If you've ever wondered why some people change the world while others just chase trends, this chapter's gonna hit hard. Copying versus creating. Most folks play it safe. They see something working, and boom, they copy it. Another coffee shop, another app, another YouTube channel doing the same thing. That's what Peter Thiel calls horizontal progress, going from 1 to n. You're multiplying what already exists, but the real legends, they go from 0 to 1. They invent, they crée. They drop something the world's never seen before. That's vertical progress. That's where the magic happens. Think about it. Building more railways. That's copying. Inventing airplanes. That's creating. Launching another social app. Copying. Building Facebook when nobody imagined social networks. Creating. Why copying feels safe? Let's be real, copying feels comfortable. Schools train us to follow rules. Companies reward us for repeating proven strategies. Society claps when you fit in. But here's the deal. Copying only gets you stuck in crowded markets, fighting for scraps. You open another burger joint? Cool. But you're battling 10 others on the same street. You build another ride-sharing app? Good luck against Uber. Copycats don't win, they just survive. And survival ain't the same as success. The courage to create going from 0 to 1 takes guts. It means stepping into the unknown. It means risking failure. It means hearing people say, nah, that'll never work, and still pushing forward. History proves it. The Wright brothers didn't take copy trains, they built airplanes. Steve Jobs didn't copy typewriters. He built personal computers. Elon Musk didn't copy car companies, he built Tesla and SpaceX. Each of them chose creation over imitation, and in doing so, they changed the game forever. Mindset shift to go from copying to creating. You gotta flip your mindset. Stop asking, what's trending right now? Start asking, what's missing? Stop chasing hype. Start building foundations. Stop competing for attention. Start creating value that stands alone. This ain't just business advice, it's a life advice. Whether you're building a company, writing a book, or designing a brand, the question is the same. Are you copying or are you creating? The trap of competition. Competition feels natural. We're taught to compete in school, in sports, in careers. But Thiel argues competition is a trap. It forces us to fight over the same customers, the same ideas, the same space. Creation frees us. When you create something new, you don't compete, you define the game. You set the rules. You own the lane. That's why Google doesn't compete with other search engines. It is the search engine. That's why PayPal didn't compete with banks, it redefined online payments. That's why Netflix didn't compete with Blockbuster, it rewrote entertainment. Practical lessons for creators. So how do you move from copying to creating? Look for gaps. What's missing in the world? Ask contrarian questions. What truth do you see that others ignore? Think long term. Don't just solve today's problems, build tomorrow's solutions. Embrace risk. Creation always feels uncertain. That's the point. Example: 2 entrepreneurs. One opens yet another coffee shop. He copies the menu, the design, the pricing. He competes with dozens of others. The other builds an app that lets people pre-order coffee from any shop in town. Suddenly, he's not competing with coffee shops. He's creating a new way to experience them. One is stuck in competition. The other is shaping the future. Storytelling flow. Picture this. You're standing at a fork in the road. On the left, the safe path copying what's already proven. On the right, the risky path creating something new. Most people take the left. But the ones who change history, they take the right. And yeah, it's scary. But that's where the breakthroughs live. That's where the future gets built. Closing motivation. So here's the takeaway. Stop copying. Stop competing. Stop chasing what's already out there. Dare to create. Dare to imagine. Dare to build something new, because the future ain't built by replicas, it's built by pioneers. And every pioneer starts with that one bold move. The leap from 0 to 1. Chapter 2. The Contrarian Question Intro Yo Fam. Welcome back. In Chapter 1 we talked about the difference between copying and creating. Now we're leveling up. Peter Thiel drops one of the most savage questions in 0 to 1. What important truth do very few people agree with you on? That's the contrarian question. And if you can answer it, you're not just thinking different, you're thinking future. Why this question matters? Most people live inside the box. They believe what everyone else believes. They chase the same trends, repeat the same ideas, and play the same game. But the contrarian question forces you to break out. It's not about asking, what's popular right now? It's about asking, what's true? Even if nobody sees it yet. That's how breakthroughs happen. That's how you go from 0 to 1. Examples of contrarian thinking. Airbnb. Everyone thought strangers would never rent homes to other strangers. Wrong. Tesla. Everyone thought electric cars were dead. Wrong. Facebook. Everyone thought social networks were just hobbies. Wrong. Each of these founders saw a truth others ignored. They answered the contrarian question and built billion-dollar companies. The trap of consensus. Here's the thing. Consensus feels safe. If everyone agrees, you feel validated. But consensus kills originality. If you're building what everyone else already believes in, you're late to the party. By the time the crowd sees it, the opportunity's gone. The winners are the ones who saw it before the crowd. How to answer the contrarian question. 1. Look for blind spots. What's obvious to you, but invisible to others. 2. Challenge assumptions. What do people take for granted that might be wrong? 3. Spot contradictions. Where do beliefs clash with reality? 4. Think long-term. What will be true in 10 years that nobody's betting on today? Storytelling flow. Picture this. You're in a room full of people nodding their heads, agreeing on the same idea. That's consensus. Safe, boring, predictable. Now, imagine you raise your hand and say, "Nah, I see it differently." Everyone looks at you like you're crazy. That's the contrarian moment. And if you're right, that's the moment you change the game. Why contrarian thinking feels risky? Let's be real, it's scary. To go against the crowd, people will laugh. They'll doubt. They'll call you crazy, but every pioneer looked crazy at first. The Wright brothers, crazy. Jobs with the iPhone, crazy. Musk with rockets, crazy. But crazy is just another word for visionary. Practical lessons for creators. Don't chase hip hunt for hidden truths. Don't follow the crowd study, where the crowd is blind. Don't fear being different, fear being ordinary. Closing motivation. So here's the takeaway. The contrarian question is your compass. It points you toward the future. Ask yourself, what important truth do very few people agree with me on? Answer it honestly. Build on it boldly. And watch how fast you move from 0 to 1. 2. Chapter 3. Monopoly versus competition. Intro yo fam. Welcome back. In Chapter 2, we broke down the contrarian question, thinking different when the crowd plays safe. Now we're hitting one of the most controversial ideas in Zero to One. Competition is for losers. Monopolies are where the real innovation lives. Yeah, I know it sounds wild, but stick with me. Thiel's point is simple. If you're stuck competing, you're fighting for scraps. If you build a monopoly, you own the game. The trap of competition, let's be real, competition feels natural. From school exams to sports to careers, we're trained to compete. But here's the problem. Competition locks you into battles over the same customers, the same ideas, the same space. Think about restaurants. Open another burger joint in town, you're fighting 10 others for the same hungry crowd. Margins shrink, stress raisers, and you're stuck hustling just to survive. That's competition. And in business, survival ain't success. Survival means you're replaceable. Success means you're irreintouchable. Why monopolies win now? Flip the script. A monopoly doesn't fight for scraps, it owns the table. It sets the rules. It defines the market. Google isn't competing with search engines, it is the search engine. PayPal didn't copy banks, it redefined online payments. Netflix didn't battle Blockbuster, it rewrote entertainment. Monopolies don't just win, they innovate. Because when you own the lane, you can focus on building the future instead of fighting the present. The misunderstood word hold up. When people hear monopoly, they think evil corporations crushing competition. But Thiel flips it. He says the best monopolies are built by creating something so unique, so valuable, that nobody else can touch it. It's not about cheating, it's about creating. It's not about blocking other sits. About building something they can't replicate. Storytelling flow. Picture two hustlers. One opens yet another pizza shop. He competes with 20 others. Cuts prices, fights for customers. Stress City. The other builds an app that lets people design custom pizzas and get them delivered from any shop in town. Suddenly, he's not competing with pizza shops. He's owning the pizza experience. He's the monopoly in his lane. One's stuck in competition, the other shaping the game. Lessons for creators. So, how do you build monopoly power? Be unique. Don't copy-create something nobody else offers. Own your niche. Start small. Dominate one lane, then expand. Think long-term. Build foundations, not quick wins. Focus on value. Make something so good, people can't imagine life without it. Why competition kills innovation? When you're stuck competing, you're focused on survival. You cut costs, chase trends, and fight for attention. That leaves no room for bold ideas. But when you own the lane, you can take risks. You can innovate. You can think long-term. That's why monopolies drive progress. The courage to build a monopoly, building monopoly power, ain't easy. It means daring to be different. It means ignoring the crowd. It means betting on your vision when nobody else sees it. But here's the truth. The future belongs to those who own their lane. Not the ones fighting for scraps, but the ones creating new worlds. Closing motivation. So here's the takeaway. Competition is a trap. Monopolies are the goal. Don't waste your energy fighting battles in crowded markets. Build something unique. Own your lane, shape the future. Because the pioneers who go from zero to one don't compete, they create. And when they create, they don't just win, they define the game. Chapter 4. Building the Future. Intro. Yo fam. Welcome back. We've already talked about copying versus creating, the contrarian question, and why monopolies crush competition. Now we're stepping into the big picture. Building the future. Peter Thiel says startups aren't just about making money, they're about shaping tomorrow. And if you're serious about going from 0 to 1, you gotta think beyond the present. You gotta build for the world that doesn't exist yet. The present versus the future. Most people live in the present. They chase trends, follow hype, and solve today's problems. That's cool, but it's limited. Creators, pioneers, visionaries, they live in the future. They ask, what will the world look like in 10 years? And then they start building it now. That's the difference between hustling for survival and hustling for legacy. Why startups build the future? Startups are engines of tomorrow. They're small, fast, and fearless. They don't just improve what exists, they invent what doesn't. Think about it. PayPal didn't just make payments faster, it made online commerce possible. SpaceX didn't just build rockets, it made space travel cheaper and reusable. Airbnb didn't just rent rooms, it redefined hospitality. Each of these startups didn't just solve today's problems, they built tomorrow's solutions. The courage to imagine building the future takes imagination. It means daring to picture a world nobody else sees. It means ignoring the crowd when they say, "That's impossible." But here's the truth. Every breakthrough was impossible until someone made it real. Airplanes, computers, smartphones all started as crazy ideas. Now they're everyday life. Storytelling flow. Picture this. You're standing in 2005. Everyone's using flip phones. Texting is clunky. Internet is slow. And then Steve Jobs walks on stage with the iPhone. Boom, the future just arrived. That's what building the future looks like. It's not about fixing the present, it's about rewriting it. Mindset shift to build the future. You gotta flip your mindset. Stop asking, "What's broken today?" Start asking, "What will matter tomorrow?" Stop chasing hype. Start shaping vision. Stop thinking short-term. Practical lessons for creators. So how do you actually build the future? Think long-term. Don't just solve today's problems. Anticipate tomorrow's needs. Spot trends early. See what's coming before the crowd does. Be bold. Don't fear crazy ideas, fear ordinary ones. Stay mission-driven. Build with purpose, not just profit. Why most people don't build the future. Let's be real, most people don't build the future because it's risky. It's easier to copy. It's safer to compete. It's comfortable to stay in the present. But comfort zones don't create breakthroughs. Risk does. Vision does. Courage does. The role of visionaries. Visionaries aren't just dreamers, they're builders. They don't just imagine the future, they make it real. That's why Elon Musk isn't just tweeting about Marcy's building rockets. That's why Jeff Bezos didn't just dream about online shopping, he built Amazon. Vision without execution is fantasy. Vision with execution is the future. Closing motivation. So here's the takeaway. Don't just live in the present. Don't just chase trends. Don't just fix what's broken. Dare to imagine, dare to build. Dare to shape tomorrow. Because the future isn't built by followers, it's built by pioneers. And every pioneer starts with one bold step. The leap from 0 to 1. Chapter 5. Secrets and Discoveries. Preface. Yo fam, welcome back. We've already talked about copying versus creating, the contrarian question, and why monopolies crush competition. Now we're stepping into one of the deepest ideas in ZeroToOne, secrets. Peter Thiel says every great company is built on a secret, something hidden, overlooked, or ignored by the world. And if you can discover that secret, you're not just building a business, you're unlocking the future. What's a secret? A secret ain't just a mystery. It's a truth that's real but hidden. Something important that most people don't see or don't believe. Think about it. Before Google, the secret was that search could be insanely powerful if done right. Before Airbnb, the secret was that people would actually trust strangers in their homes. Before SpaceX, the secret was that rockets didn't have to be disposable, could be reused. Each of these secrets was sitting in plain sight, but only a few had the courage to chase them. Why people ignore secrets? Most folks don't look for secrets. Why? Society teaches us everything important is already discovered. Schools train us to memorize answers, not hunt for new ones. The crowd believes the world is fully mapped out, but here's the truth. The world is full of hidden opportunities. Secrets are everywhere. You Just gotta look. The courage to discover. Finding a secret takes guts. It means asking questions nobody else asks. It means believing in possibilities others laugh at. It means chasing ideas that sound crazy until they're obvious. Remember, the Wright brothers discovered the secret of flight. Jobs discovered the secret of personal computing. Musk discovered the secret of reusable rockets. At first, people doubted them. Later, people called them geniuses. That's the power of secrets. Storytelling. Flow, picture this. You're walking down a street. Everyone's looking at the same shop windows, the same signs, the same ads. But you notice something different, a gap, a possibility, a hidden truth. That's a secret. And if you chase it, you're not just walking the street, rewriting it. How to find secrets. So how do you actually discover secrets? 1. Question assumptions. What do people believe that might be wrong? 2. Look for contradictions. Where does reality clash with common belief? 4. Think long term. What will matter in 10 years that nobody's betting on today? Why secrets matter. Secrets are the foundation of monopoly power. If you know something nobody else knows, you can build something nobody else can. That's how you escape competition. That's how you own your lane. Without secrets, you're just copying. With secrets, you're creating. Practical lessons for creators. Don't assume the world is fully discovered. Hunt for hidden truths in everyday life. Ask bold questions others avoid. Build businesses around secrets, not trends. Closing motivation. So here's the takeaway. Every great company is built on a secret. Don't settle for the obvious. Don't chase what everyone sees. Hunt for what's hidden. Discover what's ignored. Build on what's overlooked. Because the future isn't built on common knowledge, it's built on secrets. And every pioneer who goes from 0 to 1 starts with one bold discovery. Chapter 6. The Role of Technology Intro Yofum. Welcome back. We've already talked about secrets, monopolies, and building the future. Now we're diving into the engine that powers it all. Technology. Peter Thiel says technology isn't just gadgets or apps, it's vertical progress. It's the leap from 0 to 1. And if you want to shape tomorrow, you gotta understand how tech drives the game. Technology versus and globalization. Here's the deal. People confuse globalization with progress. Globalization is spreading what already works, taking the same idea and scaling it worldwide. That's horizontal progress. Technology is different. It's invention. It's breakthroughs. It's creating something new. That's vertical progress. Example, globalization equals building more factories in more countries. Technology equals inventing 3D printing that changes manufacturing forever. One expands the present, the other creates the future. Why technology matters. Tech is the force multiplier. It takes ideas and turns them into reality. It makes impossible things possible. Think about it. Electricity turned nights into days. The internet turned distance into nothing. Smartphones turned pockets into powerhouses. Every leap forward in history was powered by technology. Storytelling flow. Picture this. You're living in the 1800s. Travel is slow. Communication is slower. Then boom, railroads and telegraphs arrive. Suddenly, the world feels smaller. That's technology rewriting reality. Fast forward. You're in the 1990s. Dial-up internet screeches in the background. Then boom, broadband, Google, social media. Suddenly, the world feels connected. That's technology again, flipping the script. The courage to innovate building tech ain't easy. It means chasing crazy ideas. It means risking failure. It means ignoring the crowd when they say, that'll never work. But every breakthrough started as impossible. Airplanes, rockets, computers, AI all laughed at first, then celebrated later. That's the courage of innovation. Practical lessons for creators. So how do you harness technology to go from 0 to 1? Think vertical. Don't just scale. Spot inefficiencies. Where is the world stuck? Fix it with tech. Be bold. Crazy ideas often become everyday life. Stay future-focused. Build for tomorrow. Not just today. Why tech shapes the future? Without tech, we're stuck repeating the past. With tech, we're rewriting the future. That's why startups matter. They're not just businesses. They're engines of innovation. They take secrets, visions, and courage and turn them into technology that changes the game. Storytelling example. Think about Elon Musk. He didn't just build cars. He built electric cars that redefined the auto industry. He didn't just build rockets. He built reusable rockets that cut costs and opened doors to Mars. That's technology as vertical progress. That's zero to one in action. Closing motivation. So here's the takeaway. Globalization spreads the present. Technology builds the future. Don't just copy what works, create what doesn't exist yet, because the pioneers who go from 0 to 1 don't. They host uslite, and when they innovate, they don't just change the game, they change the world. Peter Thiel says, startups don't rise or fall just because of ideas. Rise or fall because of the people behind them, the founder's mindset, the team's culture, the mission they share. That's the real engine of 0 to 1. Why founders matter. Founders are the spark. They're the ones crazy enough to believe in a vision nobody else sees. They set the tone, the culture, the mission. Think about it. Jobs wasn't just building computers. He was building a revolution in design and usability. Musk isn't just building rockets, he's building humanity's path to Mars. Zuckerberg wasn't just coding a site, he was reshaping how humans connect. Founders don't just start companies, they start movements. The founder's mindset. So what makes a founder different? Vision, they see what others don't. Courage, they chase it even when people laugh. Focus, they stay locked in when distractions hit. Resilience, they bounce back when failure smacks them in the face. Founders aren't just managers, they're leaders. They don't just organize, they inspire. Why teams matter? Here's the truth. Even the boldest founder can't build the future alone. Teams matter, culture matters, execution matters. A strong team isn't just a group of employees, it's a tribe, a family, a mission-driven squad. They believe in the vision, they trust each other, and they grind together. Storytelling flow. Picture this. You've got a founder with a crazy idea. Alone, it's just a dream. But with a team that believes, suddenly it's a movement. Suddenly, it's unstoppable. That SY PayPal was just the lit, was a crew of rebels who believed in online payments. That's why Apple wasn't just Jobs, it was Wozniak Ive and a team obsessed with design. Founders light the fire. Teams keep it burning. Culture greater than tactics. Thiel says culture beats tactics every time. You can copy strategies, you can copy playbooks, but you can't copy culture. Culture is the vibe, the energy, the DNA of a team. It's how people treat each other, how they chase goals, how they handle setbacks. A toxic culture kills companies. A strong culture builds empires. Practical lessons for creators. So how do you build founder-level vision and team-level strength? Mission first. Build around purpose, not just profit. Hire believers. Skills matter, but belief in the vision matters more. Protect culture. Don't let negativity poison the squad. Lead by example. Founders set the tone. Walk to talk. Why founders and teams shape the future. Tech, secrets, monopolies, they're all powerful. But without founders and teams, they're just ideas. People make them real. People turn them into movements. That's why Thiel says the human side of startups is just as important as the technical side, because at the end of the day, companies are people. Closing motivation. So here's the takeaway. Founders light the spark. Teams keep it burning. Don't just chase ideas, case people who believe in them. Don't just build products, build culture. Don't just manage, lead. Because the pioneers who go from 0 to 1 don't just innovate, they inspire. And when they inspire, they don't just build companies, they build futures. Chapter 8. The power of vision, intro yo fam. Welcome back. We've already talked about founders, teams, and how culture drives the grind. Now we're stepping into the big picture. Vision. Peter Thiel says, tactics and hustle matter. But vision is the compass. It's the thing that keeps founders and teams moving when the road gets dark. Without vision, you're just grinding. With vision, you're building the future. Why vision matters. Vision is more than a dream, it's a map. It tells you where you're going, why you're going, and how you'll get there. Think about it. Jobs didn't he just want to sell computers? He wanted to put a dent in the universe. Musk isn't just building cars, he's building humanity as a path on Mars. Bezos didn't just want an online bookstore, he wanted to reshape commerce forever. Vision turns companies into movements. It turns products into revolutions. The trap of short-term thinking, most people get stuck in the short term. They chase quick wins, fast money, trending hype. That's cool for survival, but it doesn't build legacy. Short-term thinking equals competition. Long-term vision equals monopoly. If you're only focused on today, you'll miss tomorrow. And tomorrow is where the real breakthroughs live. Storytelling flow. Picture this. You're grinding in a startup. Bills are tight, stress is high, and the easy move is to chase whatever's trending. But then you remember the vision, the big picture. Suddenly, the grind feels different. You're not just surviving, you're building something that'll outlast you. That's the power of vision. It turns struggle into purpose. Balancing optimism with execution. Vision without execution is fantasy. Execution without vision is chaos. You need both. Optimism gives you belief. Execution makes it real. That's why great founders balance the two. They dream big, but they also grind hard. They imagine Mars, but they also build rockets. They dream of denting the universe, but they also ship products. How vision inspires teams. Vision isn't just for founders, it's for teams. A strong vision rallies people. It gives them meaning. It makes them believe they're part of something bigger than themselves. That's why culture thrives when vision is clear. People don't just work for money. They work for purpose, and purpose keeps them grinding when times get tough. Practical lessons for creators. So how do you harness the power of vision? Dream bold. Don't settle for small goals. M for legacy. Be clear. Vision should be simple enough to inspire anyone. Stay consistent. Don't flip-flop, stick to the mission. Balance belief with action. Dream big, but grind daily. Why vision shapes the future. Without vision, companies drift. They chase hype, copy trends, and fade out. With vision, companies endure. They inspire, innovate, and dominate. That's why Thiel says, vision is the ultimate weapon. It's not just about what you build, it's about why you build it. Closing motivation. So here's the takeaway. Tactics matter. Hustle matters. But vision is the compass. It's the thing that turns grind into greatness. Don't just chase quick wins. Don't just survive. Dare to dream bold. Dare to inspire. Dare to build a future bigger than yourself, because the pioneers who go from 0 to 1 don't just innovate, they ambition. And when they envision, they don't just change the game, they change the world. Chapter 10. Dare to go 0 to 1. Intro, yo, fam. We made it. 9 chapters deep, breaking down the mindset, the secrets, the vision, the grind. And now we're here at the conclusion, the final punch. The call to action. Peter Thiel's 0 to 1 ain't just a book, it's a challenge, a dare. A wake-up call to stop copying, stop competing, stop chasing hype, and instead, to build, to innovate, to create, to go from 0 to 1. The journey recap, let's rewind real quick. Chapter 1. Copying versus creating. Don't be a replica. Be a pioneer. Chapter 2. The Contrarian. Question, ask what truth nobody else sees. Chapter 3. Monopolies crush, competition own. Your lane. Don't fight for scraps. Chapter 4. Building the future. Don't just fix today, shape tomorrow. Chapter 5. Secrets. Hunt for hidden truths. Build on what's overlooked. Chapter 6. Technology. Vertical progress. The real driver of change. Chapter 7. Founders and teams. People and culture make the vision real. Chapter 8. Vision, the compass that turns grind into greatness. Chapter 9. Lessons for creators. Long-term thinking, uniqueness, risk, culture, execution. And now, Chapter 10 ties it all together. The dare to actually live this mindset. Why most people won't dare. Here's the truth. Most people won't do it. They'll stay safe. They'll copy. They'll compete. They'll chase hype. Why? Because daring to go 0 to 1 is scary. It means risk. It means doubt. It means stepping into the unknown. But here's the flip side. The ones who dare, they're the ones history remembers. They're the ones who change the game. Storytelling flow. Picture this. You're standing at a fork in the road. On the left, the safe path, copying, competing, surviving. On the right, the risky path, creating, innovating, pioneering. Most people take the left, but the ones who dare, the ones who take the right there, the ones who build the future, they're the ones who go from 0 to 1. The call to action. So what's the move? Stop copying. Stop competing. Stop chasing hype. Start creating. Start innovating. Start daring. Because the future ain't built by followers, it's built by pioneers. And pioneers don't wait for permission. They don't wait for consensus. They don't wait for the crowd. They move. They build. They dare. Practical closing lessons. Dream bold. Don't settle for small goals, aim for legacy. Think long-term. Build for tomorrow, not just today. Own your lane. Don't fight for scraps, create. Your monopoly. Hunt secrets. Look for hidden truths others ignore. Leverage tech. Use innovation to leap forward. Protect culture. Build teams that believe in the mission. Balance vision plus execution. Dream big, grind daily. Final motivation. So here. The final punch. 0 to 1 is more than a book, it's a mindset. It's a dare. It's a call to creators, hustlers, and visionaries. Don't just survive. Don't just compete. Don't just copy. Dare to creater. Dare to innovate. Dare to build something new. Because the future ain't waiting. The future ain't built by the future is built by pioneers. And every pioneer starts with one bold move, the leap from 0 to 1. To 1. Yo fam, if you vibed with this, smash that subscribe button and join the journey.